Chapter 10. Welcome to the Academy. Once introductions were finished, Hiroshi-sensei discussed the plans for the day, starting with an intense training session. The morning regimen was designed to push the students to their physical limits, ensuring they built the endurance, strength, and agility needed for the life of a shinobi. Hiroshi-sensei led the students to the expansive training field, where they began with a series of dynamic stretches to loosen their muscles and prepare their bodies for the rigorous workout ahead. They stretched their legs, arms, and backs, focusing on increasing flexibility and preventing injuries. The workout regimen began with cardiovascular conditioning. Hiroshi-sensei instructed the students to run multiple laps around the field, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a steady pace and proper breathing technique. The laps were followed by sprint intervals, pushing the students to their maximum speed for short bursts, enhancing their explosive power and endurance. Next, they would move on to strength training exercises. The regimen included push-ups varieties such as standard, diamond, and wide-arm push-ups to target different muscle groups. Pull-ups performed on a horizontal bar, focusing on upper body strength and grip endurance. Sit-ups and crunches for core strength, essential for stability and power in combat. Leg lifts and flutter kicks targeting lower abdominal muscles and hip flexors. Squats and lunges building leg strength and balance, crucial for agility and powerful kicks. Plank holds for overall core strength and endurance, with variations like side planks to engage oblique muscles. Following the strength exercises, the students would then transition to agility and coordination drills. Hiroshi-sensei had a series of obstacles and challenges designed to test their reflexes and precision. Cone drills navigating through cones with quick, sharp movements to improve directional changes. Ladder drills running through an agility ladder with high knees and precise foot placement to enhance coordination and speed. Balance beams walking, running and jumping on narrow beams to develop balance and stability. Rope climbing building upper body strength and coordination, mimicking the actions needed for scaling walls and trees. The final segment of the workout focused on flexibility and recovery, which includes dynamic stretches, gentle, controlled movements to gradually cool down the muscles. Static stretches holding positions to increase muscle flexibility and reduce tension. Breathing exercises promoting relaxation and enhancing control over their breath, an essential skill for maintaining composure in high-stress situations. Hiroshi-sensei observed his students closely, evaluating their performance and mental resilience. To accurately track their progress and establish a baseline, he used a stopwatch to record the time it took each student to complete their laps and sprint intervals. He jotted down the times in a small notebook, making sure to leave space for future entries to track improvements. "I'm not just testing your physical capabilities," Hiroshi-sensei said, his voice carrying across the field. "I'm also testing your mental toughness. How you handle fatigue and push through discomfort will tell me a lot about your potential as shinobi." As the students ran their laps, Hiroshi monitored their pace and breathing techniques. He also noted who maintained a steady rhythm and who struggled to keep up, paying special attention to those who showed signs of mental fortitude by pushing themselves despite their obvious exhaustion. Kaizen, with his disciplined training from his previous life, maintained a strong and steady pace, his focus unwavering. Next, the sprint intervals began. The students lined up at the starting point, their bodies tense with anticipation. Hiroshi's whistle pierced the air, and they surged forward, sprinting with all their might. Each interval demanded their utmost effort, pushing their explosive power and endurance to the limit. Kaizen felt his muscles ignite with a burning sensation, the familiar ache of exertion spreading through his limbs. Despite the pain, he pressed on, his determination unwavering. As Kaizen completed each sprint, he quickly shifted his focus inward, drawing on his newfound chakra circulating technique. Closing his eyes briefly, he visualized the flow of chakra through his body, directing the energy to the muscles that burned the most. He imagined his chakra as a soothing river, washing over the strained fibers and alleviating the soreness. The warmth of the chakra permeated his muscles, gradually easing the tension and providing a brief respite from the fatigue. While channeling his chakra, Kaizen's thoughts raced. He continuously pondered the mechanics of this technique. Despite his previous thoughts earlier in the day, Kaizen didn't limit himself to one line of thinking, even though it made a lot of sense. Continuous theorizing had the potential to solidify his thoughts on how the process worked or poke holes in his original idea. Secondly, it could provide him with new ideas to build upon or further explore. For example, in his current situation and usage, he speculated that the circulating chakra could be reducing the buildup of hydrogen ions, which was thought to be responsible for the burning sensation during intense exercise due to the increased acidity of the blood. The micro tears in the muscles could also be contributing to that burning sensation. Kaizen considered the possibility that his chakra was enhancing his body's natural buffering systems, neutralizing the excess hydrogen ions more efficiently and preventing the drop in pH that led to muscle fatigue. This idea fascinated him, as it suggested a direct way in which chakra could influence biochemical processes. If chakra could enhance these natural systems, then the potential applications were vast. Not only could it aid in recovery, but it might also improve overall physical performance by delaying the onset of fatigue. Another possibility was that the circulating chakra might also be enhancing the efficiency of oxygen utilization within his muscles, allowing them to maintain performance for longer periods without tiring. Kaizen also considered the idea that his chakra was improving mitochondrial function, where the bulk of ATP production takes place. Enhanced mitochondrial activity could mean that his muscles were generating energy more efficiently, providing sustained power during intense physical activity. This would allow him to recover more quickly between exercises, maintaining peak performance. He also theorized that chakra might be aiding in the regulation of electrolytes within his body. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and calcium are crucial for muscle contraction and nerve function. By maintaining optimal levels, his muscles could perform more effectively and recover more swiftly from the exertion. This regulation could prevent cramping and muscle fatigue, allowing for longer and more intense training sessions. Another idea that crossed Kaizen's mind was the potential for chakra to influence hormonal balance. Physical exertion stimulates the release of various hormones, such as epinephrine, norepinephrine, and cortisol. If his chakra could help modulate these hormonal responses, it might reduce the negative effects of stress on his body, such as muscle breakdown and prolonged recovery times. Additionally, it could promote the release of growth hormones that aid in muscle development and repair. As he continued to circulate his chakra, Kaizen's mind buzzed with these possibilities. He felt the familiar warmth spreading through his muscles, the soreness and fatigue gradually ebbing away. Each breath drew in fresh energy, each exhale released the remnants of tension. The synergy between his physical exertion and chakra control created a harmonious cycle, pushing him towards greater heights of performance. The practical applications of these theories would need careful exploration and testing. Kaizen resolved to keep meticulous notes on his observations and progress, treating his body and chakra as a living experiment. He would need to monitor how different techniques and intensities affected his recovery and performance, adjusting his approach based on the outcomes. As Kaizen continued to circulate his chakra, feeling the soothing warmth spread through his muscles, he couldn't help but wonder if anyone else had ever thought to use chakra in this way. The concept seemed so intuitive to him, yet he had never read or heard about such a technique being utilized by other shinobi. His thoughts drifted to the countless ninjas he had read about, each with their unique abilities and approaches to chakra control. Was this method truly novel, or had it simply been overlooked or forgotten in the annals of shinobi history? He considered the legendary ninjas like Hashirama Senju and Mo Dara Ochiya, whose mastery over their chakra was unparalleled. Did they possess similar techniques that allowed them to sustain their incredible feats of strength and endurance? Or was this application of chakra something entirely new, an innovation that could revolutionize shinobi training? As Kaizen focused on channeling his chakra, his thoughts expanded to encompass the various chakra-related techniques he knew from his readings and observations. He was aware of chakra transfer, a method where one ninja could share their chakra with another to heal or empower them. This technique, while useful, seemed fundamentally different from what he was attempting. Chakra transfer relied on an external source of energy, whereas Kaizen was cultivating an internal process, using his own chakra to mend and rejuvenate his body. He also considered chakra pills, small medicinal substances designed to replenish chakra quickly in the heat of battle. While effective, they were a temporary fix and often came with significant drawbacks, such as increased fatigue and potential dependency. Kaizen's technique, on the other hand, promised a sustainable and self-reliant method of recovery that could be employed repeatedly without such side effects. The gate of healing, one of the 8 gates, crossed his mind as well. Opening this gate temporarily boosted physical capabilities and accelerated the healing process, but it also posed a great risk to the user's body. The strain of opening the gates was severe, often causing more harm than good if not managed carefully. Kaizen's approach was far more controlled and gentle, aiming to harness the benefits of enhanced recovery without pushing his body to the brink of collapse. He thought of Tsunade's mitotic regeneration, a powerful technique that allowed her to heal almost instantaneously by accelerating cell division. This method was remarkable but required extensive medical knowledge and a level of chakra control that was beyond Kaizen's current capabilities. Furthermore, the regenerative process came with its own risks, such as cellular degradation and shortened lifespan if overused. As he reflected on these advanced techniques, Kaizen realized that his own method, though in its infancy, had the potential to be just as revolutionary. By combining elements of these existing techniques with his unique approach, he could develop a recovery system that was both efficient and safe. His technique didn't involve external assistance or dangerous side effects. It was an intrinsic ability that he could refine and perfect through practice and perseverance. Kaizen's thoughts raced with the possibilities. If he could master this technique, it would not only enhance his training, but also provide a significant edge in combat situations. He imagined himself recovering from injuries and fatigue with unprecedented speed, allowing him to stay in peak condition even during prolonged missions. This could make him a valuable asset to his team and increase his chances of success in critical moments. Moreover, Kaizen pondered the potential applications beyond mere recovery. Could this method be adapted for other purposes? Perhaps it could be used to enhance his physical capabilities temporarily or to fortify his body against attacks. The idea of a versatile chakra control technique that extended beyond healing intrigued him, sparking a myriad of new ideas and avenues for exploration. As he continued to circulate his chakra, Kaizen's body responded positively, the soreness and fatigue melting away. He felt invigorated, his muscles regaining their strength and flexibility. This immediate feedback was encouraging, affirming the validity of his approach. With each successful attempt, his confidence grew, fueling his determination to refine and expand this technique further. Kaizen's thoughts also turned to his future as a shinobi. He knew that becoming a powerful ninja required not only physical prowess but also innovative thinking and the ability to adapt and improve continuously. By developing this unique recovery method, he was already setting himself apart, demonstrating a level of ingenuity that could propel him to new heights. Kaizen's thoughts also wandered to his peers. He glanced around, observing the determined faces of his classmates as they pushed through the demanding exercises. Did any of them have similar ideas? Was there a chance that others were experimenting with their chakra in innovative ways, just as he was? As he channeled his chakra, Kaizen made a mental note to observe his classmates more closely. He would look for signs of unusual recovery rates or enhanced endurance, clues that others might be exploring similar techniques. What Kaizen didn't realize in the moment was that his technique was very innovative. His success with his innovative chakra technique was no accident. It was the result of a unique combination of factors stemming from his past life. Unknown to him, his vast medical knowledge and precise intentions were working in harmony as he circulated his chakra, producing remarkable benefits. In his previous life, Kaizen had studied the human body extensively, delving deep into the intricacies of anatomy, physiology, and medical practices. This background provided him with an exceptional understanding of how the body responded to various stimuli, particularly in the context of physical exertion and recovery. He was intimately familiar with the processes that govern muscle function, repair, and growth. This scientific knowledge laid a solid foundation for his current approach to chakra manipulation. As Kaizen directed his chakra through his body, his deep understanding of muscle physiology unconsciously guided his efforts. He wasn't merely circulating chakra randomly. His actions were informed by a nuanced comprehension of how to alleviate muscle soreness and promote recovery. The intentions behind his chakra manipulation were precise and deliberate, targeting areas that needed the most attention. This specificity made all the difference. The concept of chakra, while mysterious and mystical, had parallels with the energy systems Kaizen had studied. By visualizing and directing his chakra to specific muscle groups, he was essentially mimicking the targeted therapeutic techniques used in his previous life, such as massage therapy and acupuncture, but on a far more advanced level. His chakra acted as both the diagnostic tool and the treatment, providing immediate feedback and results. Moreover, Kaizen's ability to visualize his chakra pathways and tenketsu points added another layer of precision to his technique. This detailed mental map allowed him to manipulate his energy flow with exceptional accuracy. Each pulse of chakra was directed with intent, focusing on areas of tension and fatigue. This level of control was rare among shinobi, who typically used chakra in broader, less refined ways. Kaizen's method was further enhanced by his natural aptitude for chakra control. His previous life had instilled in him a discipline and focus that translated seamlessly into his new existence. These qualities allowed him to harness his chakra with a level of finesse that nobody could match at his current age. The result was a technique that, while not yet perfect, provided tangible benefits by accelerating muscle recovery and reducing soreness. The combination of Kaizen's medical knowledge, precise intentions, and exceptional chakra control created a synergistic effect. His chakra not only flowed through his body, but also carried with it the informed guidance of his past life's expertise. This unique blend enabled him to achieve results that most other shinobi, lacking his specific background and approach, could not replicate. While Kaizen might not fully understand the mechanics of his success, the underlying reasons were clear. His technique was a testament to the power of combining scientific knowledge with mystical energy manipulation. This innovative approach hinted at the vast potential within him, suggesting that with further refinement and practice, Kaizen could unlock even greater benefits and applications for his chakra manipulation skills. As the whistle blew for the next sprint, Kaizen opened his eyes, feeling rejuvenated. The brief moment of chakra circulation had significantly reduced his muscle fatigue, allowing him to tackle the next interval with renewed vigor. He launched himself forward, his strides powerful and controlled. Each step was a testament to his technique, his body moving with the precision of a well-honed machine. Between sprints, Kaizen continued to utilize his chakra technique, determined to refine his control with each application. He experimented with different visualizations, adjusting the intensity and flow of the chakra to maximize its effectiveness. The results were promising. Each recovery period left him feeling more capable and less fatigued than before. Hiroshi-sensei observed Kaizen's performance with a critical eye. He noted the boy's ability to maintain a high level of effort across multiple sprints, as well as the remarkable speed with which he seemed to recover between intervals. This resilience and adaptability were exactly what Hiroshi was looking for in his students. As the students finished the sprints, they were afforded a small break period before the strength training exercises commenced. Throughout every exercise, Hiroshi continued to take notes. For each student, he recorded the number of repetitions they completed for push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, crunches, leg lifts, flutter kicks, squats, lunges, and plank holds. This detailed record-keeping would allow him to monitor their progress and tailor future training sessions to address individual weaknesses. Throughout the agility and coordination drills, Hiroshi-sensei used a stopwatch to track the students' times and precision. He set up a series of cones and an agility ladder, instructing the students to navigate through them with quick, sharp movements. He noted who displayed natural agility and who needed to improve their footwork and balance. The balance beam exercise was particularly revealing. Some students hesitated, their steps unsteady, while others, like Kaizen, moved with confidence and control. Kaizen's assassin training had honed his balance and coordination, allowing him to excel in this challenge. Hiroshi watched with interest, making a mental note of Kaizen's potential. Rope climbing was next. The students approached the ropes with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Climbing required significant upper body strength and coordination, and Hiroshi carefully observed their techniques and endurance. Kaizen's movements were fluid and efficient, as if he were highly experienced. The final segment of the workout focused on flexibility and recovery. Hiroshi led the students through dynamic stretches, encouraging them to gently cool down their muscles. He demonstrated each stretch, ensuring they understood the importance of flexibility in avoiding injuries and enhancing overall performance. Static stretches followed, with Hiroshi guiding them through positions designed to increase muscle flexibility and reduce tension. He emphasized the need for proper form and patience, explaining how regular stretching would improve their range of motion and reduce the risk of strains. The breathing exercises concluded the session. Hiroshi-sensei gathered the students in a circle, the morning sun casting long shadows across the training field. His gaze was firm but encouraging as he addressed the group. Breathing is crucial, he began, his voice steady and authoritative. In high-stress situations, controlling your breath can help you maintain composure and think clearly. It can be the difference between success and failure. The students, still catching their breath from the intense workout, listened intently. Hiroshi demonstrated a deep, measured inhale through his nose, his chest expanding slowly. He held the breath for a moment before exhaling steadily through his mouth, a soft whoosh of air breaking the silence. "Follow my lead," he instructed, his eyes scanning the circle to ensure everyone was engaged. Kaizen settled into a comfortable seated position, crossing his legs and placing his hands on his knees. The ground beneath him was cool, a stark contrast to the warmth of his exerted muscles. He focused on Hiroshi's breathing pattern, mirroring the deep inhale and controlled exhale. As he did so, he could feel his heart rate gradually slowing, the rush of adrenaline subsiding. Around him, the other students followed suit. Some, like Kakashi, adopted the exercise with ease, their expressions serene and focused. Others struggled to find a rhythm, their breaths uneven and hurried. Hiroshi moved among them, offering quiet corrections and encouragement. Inhale deeply, hold it for a count of 4, then exhale slowly, he reminded them, his presence a calming influence. Kaizen found the exercise surprisingly soothing. The rhythmic breathing not only helped to calm his mind but also seemed to enhance his awareness of his surroundings. He could hear the distant rustle of leaves, the soft chirping of birds, and the faint murmur of his classmates' breaths. Each inhale brought a sense of clarity, each exhale a release of tension. As the minutes passed, Hiroshi introduced variations to the exercise. Now, focus on counting your breaths, he said. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then pause for a count of 4 before the next inhale. This technique, known as box breathing, was designed to promote mental fortitude and relaxation. Kaizen embraced the challenge, counting silently in his mind as he followed the pattern. The structured breathing helped to anchor his thoughts, creating a sense of stability amidst the physical fatigue. He felt a deeper connection to his body, his chakra, and the environment around him. It was as if the deliberate breaths were weaving a thread of calm through the fabric of his being. Hiroshi continued to observe his students, noting their progress and areas for improvement. He was particularly pleased with how Kaizen adapted to the exercise, his demeanor calm and focused. "Excellent work, Kaizen," he remarked, his voice carrying a note of approval. "You're getting the hang of it." Kaizen nodded slightly, maintaining his breathing rhythm. He felt a sense of pride at Hiroshi's words, but he also recognized the importance of this practice. The ability to control one's breath was not just a physical exercise, it was a mental discipline that could be applied in countless situations, from the heat of battle to the stillness of meditation. As the session drew to a close, Hiroshi gathered the students once more. "Remember this feeling," he said, his tone serious but gentle. "In moments of stress or uncertainty, return to your breath. It will ground you and help you find clarity. This is a skill you will use for the rest of your lives as Shinobi." After the training session, Hiroshi-sensei allowed the students to disperse to go get cleaned up and eat lunch if they wish. As they did so, Hiroshi reflected on the day's training. He had deliberately pushed the students to their limits, not just to establish a baseline but to see how they reacted under pressure. The detailed curriculum he had outlined earlier had set high expectations, and today's physical conditioning was a test of their willingness to meet those expectations head-on. Hiroshi's inner thoughts focused on the importance of this comprehensive approach. By challenging the students both mentally and physically, he aimed to identify those with the true potential to excel as Shinobi. The rigorous training would reveal their strengths and weaknesses, allowing him to provide targeted guidance and support. Let's see how many of them will make it through the rest of the day. They will learn what it takes to become an excellent Shinobi, and those who don't will hopefully quit while they can. Half-heartedly going through the academy will only put yourself and your comrades in danger. Hopefully they come to understand that fact sooner rather than later, Hiroshi thought to himself as he went to go look through his teaching plan for the rest of the day.